bothered me the most was how they were frequently turning the basketball over. Now, they got better from the first game to the second game that I had a chance to watch them play, which is certainly what you want to see as a head coach, is get better game by game. And I'll be curious to see how they play tonight from a standpoint of Beech Grove. I anticipate they're going to put a little more pressure on the basketball. They'll use their athleticism and try to turn the Warriors over even again tonight.
I talked with Coach Amy Selk from Beech Grove before the contest. She said, we got to hit our outside shots. 1 of 18 the other night against Roncalli. And she said another key is handling the pressure. And we talked about where we are in the season. You're in the first 3, 4, 5, 6 games. You're right before Thanksgiving. You're still getting your feet from underneath you. But conditioning and getting back on defense, it seems so fundamental, Troy, but you have to do it.
Well, you're only about 3 weeks into the season, and when I was coaching, if you got to the midway point and you were feeling good about a lot of things you were doing, you could concentrate on other things. If there were things you had to work on and you had to spend extra time on those things, like the turnovers, like the shooting from the outside, then you had to take away time from other parts of your game. So you're hoping that game by game you're getting better at these certain areas that you'll focus on. Neither one of these teams are really that good from the outside. Overall, at 35% field goal shooting percentage, and both teams in the 20s. We talk about three-point percentage, so outside shooting will be a key again tonight.
Senior leadership coming from Miley Bowling for Beech Grove. What do you expect to see out of her tonight?
Well, a double-double player, and she's going to be tough inside. You're talking about 5'11", a bigger body down low, can really dominate the boards at over 10 rebounds per game, shoots at about 45%. And for Covenant, they got to find a way to play that inside game. When they get in trouble and foul trouble, you'll see them turn into a 2-3 zone, and we have seen that earlier this year. If they end up losing Mariah Armstrong, their leading scorer and their biggest player inside at 5'8", which they cannot do, they could be in trouble down low.
Yeah, they did get into foul trouble in Thursday night's contest. And, you know, it's easy to say as well, Troy, but getting off to a good start for both teams is key here tonight. We saw Covenant Christian get down 8-0 on Thursday night.
Well, in any game for me, when I was coaching, we wanted to get off to a fast start. Not only do you want to get a lead, but I think mentally it slows you down a little bit, gives you a chance to get a little more in focus, gives you that confidence you need to continue in the game. But the one thing you can't do is think, hey, because I'm down 8-0, the game's over, or when I'm up 8-0, the game is not over. You got to continue to play with the same intensity, quarter by quarter, until you can put the other team away in the second half.
And I think we'll see a little bit of Covenant tonight, maybe slow things down. They got into a frantic pace on Thursday night, which led to a lot of turnovers. But I think an importance and a key here tonight for Dan Knights' group is getting set up in your half-court offense.
Well, and they love to run. I mean, you can tell when the players get it and they take off, and sometimes that does lead to some out-of-control basketball. And that's something, again, we saw earlier, that you don't want to play above your pace. If it's not there, pull it back out, play for another play, and try to set up a half-court offense. A lot of times you'll see players try to force the action more than they really should. So that feeling out process, I think, will be early tonight. I'm sure they've scouted each other really well. Everybody has all the advantages of today of sending a scout if you need to, or picking it up on huddle, whatever the case may be. So now what wrinkle will you see tonight that might change things up a little bit? Are you going to try to press a little bit more? Will you zone trap? There could be something thrown into the mix here tonight just to try to throw the other team off.
Milan Lloyd-Dawson struggled from the field on Thursday night, but she averages just over 9 points per contest. She'll certainly be an X-factor in tonight's game.
Well, now, I've watched her play earlier this year, and she is an X-factor. If they bring her off the bench, she gives you instant energy. She's a really good rebounder. The 9.5 is really, when you talk about points per game, is a bonus for them. So if they can get 10 points out of her again tonight, but rebounding would be key for her. She's 5'9", averages about 6 rebounds per game. So if they need her off the bench for that spark, she'll be the player to provide that energy.
We'll set the scene, starting lineup, and the tip-off coming up right after this. You're watching Saturday Night Ladies Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian High School. As the Covenant Christian Warriors welcome in the Beech Grove Hornets, let's meet the starting lineups for both squads.
A 5'11" senior forward, number 22, Miley Bull. And now for your Covenant Christian Warriors!
I love Coach
A
Platt.
5'4" senior guard, number 3, Julia Hoffman. A 5'8" sophomore forward, number 25, Mariah Armstrong. A 5'8" junior guard, number 13, Jenna Rademacher. A 5'8" senior guard, she raised threes, number 21, Vivian Hefner. Playing the point guard position, 5'2" senior guard, number 10, Avery Reichert.
And before we get this one tip started, we want to thank all of our awesome sponsors. That includes Reynolds Farm Equipment, Passion to Care, Boilermaker Local 374, Wheeler Mission, Burtner Electric, Morales Group, Northwestern Mutual, and the McKinley Wrights Financial Group. Drumstick Dash coming up on Thanksgiving Day. Move your feet so others can eat. And the IndianaSRN sports page and RadioTroy.com. Here we go on a Saturday night. Beech Grove wins the tip in their all-black road uniforms. The Hornets 2-3 on the season, led by head coach Amy Selk. The Warriors of Covenant Christian 5-1, all-white uniforms, man-to-man defense to start this one.
Yeah, they'll go man-to-man. If they get into foul trouble, they'll jump into that zone. I'll anticipate Beech Grove will try to attack inside as much as they can.
Yeah, and I want to see the Warriors work a little bit more on their communication as we have a trip down low to be the first personal foul. This one will be charged to Rademacher. But communication, where's the open teammate? Who needs to shift defensively to get to that double team? And I think communication-wise here early is going to be key for the Warriors.
Yeah, a lot of times you end up not talking, and that's what gets you in trouble. You end up double teaming maybe when you didn't have to, and a lot of times you leave a person open. So communication will be a key. Now you see they've dropped into a zone right here.
Yeah, zone offense. Johnson gives it to Mix. Mix swings it across to Marshall. It's stolen away by Avery Reichert. Passes it forward. First three ball of the night. Off the front rim. No good. Offensive rebound to Covenant. Leads to a second chance opportunity. And that one bounces off the rim. No good.
We're hoping Hoffman hits that wide open jumper. You won't get many more of those that wide open.
Yeah, two good looks there and a good look on the opposite end here for Beech Grove. Ball out of bounds back over to the Warriors of Covenant Christian. But I think for the Warriors tonight also, you have to eliminate second chance opportunities defensively, but get as many offensive rebounds as you can. We saw it there on that first drive.
Yeah, and I thought that was big too. Again, they got size on the other side when you talk about Beech Grove, so anytime you can, of course, there's a turnover there. Anytime you can get those rebounds and limit the other team to one shot, certainly is a big advantage for your offense.
Great crowd here on hand tonight from Covenant Christian High School, Andrew Smith Court. On a Saturday night on the west side of Indianapolis on IndianaSRN.
And they're going to press now. So be careful in that open court. You start fouling there and you find yourself in trouble.
So a very sporadic dribble there. Bounces off the ground. Bowling loses it. It's scooped up by her teammate. And taken right back is Covenant Christian. So both teams back and forth here. First minute and a half gone by. We are still scoreless. Nice cut here. Right hand scoop shot, no good. Second offensive rebound, turnaround jumper, no good. And Beech Grove has the rebound and a foul on Rademacher. I believe that is her second here early on. She'll hit the bench, and checking in will be Emmy Flatt.
Well, and that's just what we talked about earlier. The one foul you can't do is in the backcourt like that, where you're going to find yourself in trouble when you're 84 feet away from the basket. If you're going to play defense, don't reach. If you get beat, get back quickly.
So we'll see how Beech Grove handles this full court pressure from Covenant Christian. Look to get across the timeline, stolen away. Cutting off the passing lane is Hoffman. She has it. She'll dish it to a teammate. Pump fake off the window. And the first bucket of the night belongs to Mariah Armstrong.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already for Beech Grove. Have not handled the pressure well.
Yeah, Coach Selk will take a 30-second timeout. She is not happy with the start of this contest for Beech Grove. But this defense, the defensive full court pressure here, causing turnovers for the Hornets.
Well, the one thing I didn't like at the other end for the Hornets offensively is I don't think that's the shot they were looking for. We talked about it. Get Bowling down inside, use her 5'11 frame, let her go to work, try to get Mariah Armstrong in foul trouble. They already have Rademacher in foul trouble. She's one of their better rebounders at 5'8", but she's out of the lineup now, so you got to attack inside.
Emmy Flatt checked in. She is the daughter of the boys head coach, Coach Flatt. We want to thank Reynolds Farm Equipment. They're the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in and throughout the state of Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give us a call today, 317-894-0810. Showing full court pressure here once again is Covenant Christian. Inbound comes in. They'll look to break out of it. Off to the races goes Johnson. Nice dish, and a decision had to be made there. Almost traveled, got away with it. And Beech Grove will look to set up for their first points here of the evening.
You know, he talked about playing above your pace, and I thought that's maybe what Beech Grove did that time.
A long-range three-pointer from Mix goes off the back iron, no good. Johnson's going to take a second chance opportunity. This one goes short. Armstrong corrals the rebound, and she'll bring it up.
Not big on that series either. Not shooting well from the outside.
Coast to coast, Mariah Armstrong after the rebound, and she's got the first 4 here tonight for Covenant Christian.
I'll go back to the offensive end for the Hornets. They're shooting from the outside. They've struggled there. Got to get some easy buckets.
A little lackadaisical dribble here, but to the rack goes Miley Bowling, and she's fouled, showing her a trip to the free throw line.
So you already have, 3 team fouls on Covenant. They'll start building up if you keep on going. So if I'm Beech Grove, I'm going to keep attacking the basket. If I get some easy baskets, I feel great that maybe I can take some outside shots. Maybe they'll start falling. But until then, I want to get something as close to the basket as I can.
So Bowling, first free throw spins out. And the Hornets look for their first points of the contest, trailing 4-0. A little less than 3 minutes gone by.
They only average 46 points per game, so every free throw is big when you're only scoring that many points, and they missed them both.
This one spins out. Armstrong with her third rebound. She's going to go coast to coast again, all the way to the cup, lays it in. She's got the first 6 for Covenant Christian.
Boy, your defense, transition defense, has to be better when a big from the other team goes coast to coast and scores a layup.
The full court pressure. Beech Grove breaks out of it. Coast to coast here, up under the scoop shot, no good. But she is fouled, and Mariah Marshall will go to the free throw line.
And guess what? Flat now has 2 fouls.
So early on here, Covenant into foul trouble, and the senior, Milan Lloyd Dawson, set to check in here between free throws as Beech Grove looks for their first points of the contest and their second trip to the free throw line.
You know, a lot of times you see those fouls and another missed free throw, Tony, because players don't move their feet. They're trying to reach, and you got to establish position, move your feet, get in front of that driver instead of reaching in for the foul. So just be careful. Be a little bit smarter so you're not finding 2 of your players on the bench in foul trouble this early in the ballgame.
Are you going to move your feet so others can eat with the drumstick dash
yes,
on Thursday?
I am. I certainly am.
There you go. No. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I'll be in sweatpants on the couch or still asleep.
Should I call you? Or?
No, that thing will be on silence. So. And
No.
I'll be an hour behind you because I'll be up in the region for Thanksgiving.
Oh, there you go. Well, enjoy the family. I take it's the family, right?
Yeah, the family in northern Indiana. We're getting into that holiday season.
Yep.
Here on IndianaSRN. The Morales Group has been with us since day one. We're in a business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. 317-472-7600. So there's some confusion here.
Well, there's something in the scorebook on Covenant Christian that they either didn't put a player in, but it is a scorebook issue that's going to cost them a technical here. Now, generally, you'll have an assistant coach, your head assistant coach, check that. You got to get it in 10 minutes before the game. You got to make sure that it's right. Otherwise, it's going to cost you the technical here.
So Marshall swishes it home for the first points of the contest for Beech Grove. They trail 6-1 early.
You know
3:08
what?
into this one.
I got to tell you, there may have been one on each team because we're walking to the other end, too.
Yeah, I'm a little confused on this one. But we will exchange free throws nonetheless. So that one up and good for Vivian Hafner. She'll get one more.
Well, sums up either way because you got 2 free throws at one end, only 1 at the other end. So we'd have to get an explanation of exactly what happened. I saw both scorekeepers, though. One is the official scorekeeper. The other one's the scorekeeper for Beech Grove. So something didn't jive in the books.
Yeah, so nonetheless, it's a quick 2-1 run from the free throw line for Covenant. They get the basketball, leading now by 6. They started the game on a 6-0 run. Both teams, as you just saw, exchanging free throws. Armstrong has 6 of the 7 points in the lane, uses the pivot foot, no good. Lloyd Dawson, rebound, and she was going up for the shot, and that'll put her on the free throw line.
Yeah, we talked earlier about the play of Lloyd Dawson and her ability to get rebounds, averaging a team best 6 per game, had great inside position. The one thing that Bowling's going to have to do, you don't see this much in basketball as you should, players getting in there, boxing out, moving players out, and she just got beat to the ball that time.
Lloyd Dawson spins the first one in off the front iron for her first point of the contest.
One thing I heard about your career, you never got beat on the free throw and boxing out, did you?
I try to stay outside the arc, so I don't have to worry about that. I did shoot 88% my senior year, though.
All right. From 3 or from free throw line? Okay.
3, I would have been going D1. Those meals would have been paid for,
They
brother.
would have been.
In the passing lane, Armstrong smacks it away. That's the fourth steal of the first quarter. Nice pass up, little floater. No good, and skying for the rebound is Bowling. She'll take it. Dribble left side, stops, finds Johnson. Johnson swings left side to Vail. Right side, corner three. Off the iron, no good. And Riker with the clean box out will turn it back over after the missed 3-ball attempt. So Beech Grove 0 of 2 from downtown to start this one. They shot 1 of 17 from 3 against Roncalli.
You know, when I saw Bowling, she's a good dribbler in the open court. I would rather have, she had a size advantage on the defender. I would rather have seen her attack the basket on that last play.
Riker dribble drive, nice extra pass. Lloyd Dawson puts it up the window. She's got a quick three.
Well, Reichert is a player you want to have on the floor all the time because she is that type of player. Good distributor, a hustler, and a good defender.
So 10-1 the start here for Covenant Christian. They get yet another stop and a rebound, and they'll look to push the tempo again. Nice pass up front. Lloyd Dawson spins it back in off the rim. She's got 5 straight. And it's a 12-1 run to start this one for Covenant Christian Girls Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian High School here on IndianaSRN. Tony and Troy with you on a Saturday night. 12-1 the run for Covenant. But Troy, it's really that defensive pressure that has turned into offensive transition points.
Yeah, and 3 turnovers for Beech Grove already, and their half-court offense has just not been consistent enough. Keep trying to shoot that 3 to get him back into the ball game. Still think you got to work it inside and get Bowling some open looks down low because she has the size.
Vail throws it away. Lloyd Dawson with the steal. 6 turnovers for Beech Grove to start this one. Pass up to Hafner's. Off the fingertips of Lloyd Dawson, and Beech Grove is running. Cut off. Ball stays in bounds. Beech Grove has it. They look for their first field goal of this first quarter.
Yeah, they got to slow things down. They try to run, and they're just not able to get any consistency out of their transition game at all.
Veal with a great extra pass finds Chalice, and she's fouled from behind.
Well, now you're already at 5, so for Beech Grove now, if they can continue to get to the free throw line, get stops at the other end, get yourself back in this game from the line.
Yeah, I think it's pump, fake, and dribble to the cup and get fouled and earn them from the free throw line, or give yourself an opportunity for an and one. Buffalo Chalice's first free throw spins in.
But the last time I checked, Tony, if I may, I haven't seen a team win a game just by hitting free throws. You've got to find a way to get some field goals in this basketball game. You're going to find yourself in too big of a hole.
They're 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. That's all 3 points here in this first quarter. 2:44 remaining. Little full court pressure broken by Covenant Christian, and we have a foul on the ground. And now we will see Covenant Christian, really for the first time tonight, set themselves up in the half court.
Yeah, they haven't had to. They last couple of possessions, Reichert's been instrumental, and that's really there. And I got to mention this, Veal the last time was upset. She was dribbling or guarding down the floor when Hoffman was bringing the ball in. She thought Hoffman was getting away with a shove, but the one thing you got to do, you got to keep your cool here. That's just a really silly foul to make that far away from the basket and pick up your second.
So Veal check out, and Johnson checks back in after a quick breather. Drive right side for Hoffman. She thought twice about it, kicks it back out. Hafner has it. Over to Howard. Howard tries to make the extra pass. Lloyd Dawson has it. And we're going to have a jump ball. And possession will stay here.
You know, that might have been a pretty good possession there for Lloyd Dawson if by chance the pass wasn't behind her, it was leading her more to the basket.
And we saw this a lot on the Thursday night game, and I think we talked about, Troy, the fundamentals. Keep that basketball above your shoulder.
Yeah.
Once you bring it down towards the hip area, it's going to get stripped. You're going to turn it over, and we're going to travel up top here as Armstrong moved before she put the basketball down. So what would you like to see here more opening up for Beech Grove's offense? They haven't been able to get one from the floor.
Got to get it inside. You know, I know they have Bowling out on that high post against this 1-3-1 zone, but you got to find a way to get her down on the low block where she can be more effective. Right there, I don't think she can be.
Yeah, you get the ball right there on the right on the elbow, and you're dribbling into pressure. Nice crab dribble, and then the left-handed layup goes off the backboard strong. And this one will be thrown away here by Julia Hoffman. So both teams over the last 3 possessions exchanging turnovers.
Yeah, you're talking about 4 each and a possession, an empty possession right there for the Warriors when really the play wasn't open the way it looked at the time. If it's not that you're not sure, just pull it back out and give yourself a chance to keep the possession.
Minute 30 to go, dribbling into a triple team. Almost throws it away. The save is made by Marshall. Johnson dribble, finds Marshall. Corner 3. Short, no good. Johnson, offensive rebound, gathers it. They'll set up the offense here, 1:10 to go, first quarter. Dribble drive to the lane. It'll be a foul. It will be a foul. So a nice drive there by Marshall. She's fouled on the ground, but in the penalty will put the Hornets back on the free throw line.
Yeah, Tony, if you look at that possession again, I was concerned more on the side defensively for Covenant Christian. They're in that zone, but they're still not moving their feet on the drives. You got to be able to cut those drivers off, make them kick that ball outside, and force them to shoot that 3. But they've had, look at this, she just sidestepped the defender. You got to step over in front of her.
Shuffle those feet, set yourself up for the charge. 4 of 6 from the charity stripe here in this first quarter for Beech Grove. All 4 of their points from the free throw line, make it 5. As that one is Pier from Mariah Marshall. Minute to play. Covenant Christian with the basketball, 7-point lead. Stolen away. The strip from Muffler Chalice. She goes over to Johnson. Johnson takes it to the rim. She's fouled, and once again, back to the free throw line goes Beech Grove.
Just too many times you're fouling, and that time it happened on transition. Reichert got back in time, but the one thing again, you got to beat the dribbler to the basketball and try to force her over you instead of trying to reach in.
Johnson misses the first. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the field of construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermakers Union Local 374 to do the job right the first time.
Only 12 free throws already for Beech Grove here in this opening quarter.
They are now 6 of 12 from the stripe, all 6 points coming from the free throw line. You take them how you can get them, but you certainly want to start opening things up offensively.
Yeah, and they're going to have to find a way to get buckets, and they haven't done that yet. And I think the one thing that is frustrating them is Bowling is always drawing a triple team.
So the ball thrown down low from Armstrong. The pass was slightly tardy. That led to the deflection out of bounds. And we'll see Covenant Christian with the underneath the basket play here.
Didn't care for the angle of the pass either. You got to bring it to one side if you can feed it in from there instead of over the top.
Armstrong for 3, right side, short, battle for the rebound. And it'll be a foul on Covenant Christian. So walk yourself down the court. And this is where the Beech Grove Hornets have lived here in this first quarter. They'll attempt free throws number 13 and 14.
Well, Maddie Howard picked up the foul. I thought maybe they're going to get Reichert for her second, and that would have been a big foul right there. She still only has 1. But we're just going to shoot a lot of free throws here. We could still shoot more free throws here by the end of this first quarter, and Marshall's been there, now 7 and 8 times.
First free throw, back iron, no good.
It's been a while since I've had a game, Tony, with one team not scoring a basket in a quarter.
That's not often do you get 14 free throw attempts in a quarter. and usually when you do, you find yourself with the lead.
Yeah.
Second free throw good. And the Hornets within 4, the closest they've been since it was 4-0. 34 seconds to play. It's been 2.5 minutes since Covenant has scored. 3-point shot. Armstrong, no good. Second chance opportunity, too hard for Reichert. And another foul. This one charged to Armstrong. And Troy, you were dead on. We got plenty more time to shoot more free throws in this first quarter.
Well, what hurts you as well is I understand sometimes when you're open, you think I should shoot it, and that's not always the case. Did you want to run a little more clock? Because now you go back to the free throw line. Bowling may be 0 for 2, but a chance now to cut in. When's the last time the Covenant scored? It's been a while. Weren't they up 12-1?
Yeah, it was 12-1. It's a 7-0 run from the charity stripe. All 8 points, again, for Beech Grove coming from the free throw line.
See, and that was just a silly foul. And we have seen that time and time again from Covenant. If you can't get the clean steal, get back on defense. That's really the key because you want to stay in the ball game.
Both teams going on their own fair share of runs. This one an 8-0 run for Beech Grove since Coach Selk took that full timeout. Got into her team pretty good. 16 seconds on the clock. Covenant looking for the last shot. Pump fake, dribble drive. Reichert still has it. Ball deflected, loose. Gathered. Johnson goes for it. And with 5.6 seconds, Covenant Christian will look for the last shot of the quarter with a 3-point lead.
Kind of a helter-skelter possession right there. Nobody really looked like they were ready to take that last shot, even if they were available, so they got to be more disciplined right here.
Reichert to the right. Misses the 3. Off the back iron, no good. And after 1 quarter, it's been a back-and-forth contest. Covenant holding on to a 3-point advantage on IndianaSRN.
Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Through 1 quarter here at IndianaSRN, Covenant Christian with a 12-9 lead. They started the game on a 12-1 run, and then 8 straight points, and all 9 in the first quarter for Beech Grove, Troy, coming from the free throw line.
Yeah, and this is a Beech Grove team, first off, again, that half-court offense. They've got to find a way to get Bowling down low, and they keep posting up on that high post. I would overload one side and force those 2 forwards down low to make a decision and have more of a one-on-one down low.
So a turnaround jumper gets deflected out of bounds. We'll see what the call is here. I think it was deflected, and we'll stay with Beech Grove. The Hornets spent that last 3:42 of that first quarter, and the penalty, you got to be more disciplined, like you mentioned, move those feet if you're Covenant Christian.
Yeah, and they average, both teams have really had turnover issues this year, and we talked about Covenant Christian at nearly 20 per game. They now have 5 tonight, so they're on pace to get 20. And that's going to be a foul, I believe, in Armstrong. If it is, that's her second.
So foul trouble stacking up here early for Covenant Christian as Miley Bowling makes the move from the elbow and is fouled. And they're going to call it on the ground.
So you already have 3 players now for Covenant with 2 fouls each.
Johnson swings it left side. Cross-court pass, pump fake. Marshall back over to Bowling. Bowling back up top to Mix. Mix turns it over.
It's number 5.
Mariah Armstrong with her 3rd steal. She's gone coast to coast twice. She's got 6 early in this one. Looking for more. Armstrong on the cut, wide open, lay-in, perfectly executed. Julia Hoffman lays it in off the window.
Nice pass there by Armstrong, kept it above her head once she made the cut. Great play there by Covenant.
Breaks the 8-0 run for the Beech Grove Hornets. Covenant Christian went 4.5 minutes without a bucket. Right side drive for Marshall, and she's going to be down. I think she took one to the stomach there as she drove to the lane looking for the basket. We want to thank our friends at Passionate Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience as a prestige healthcare company. Passionate Care is driven by decades of experience and a drive to go above and beyond. Call them today, 317-537-1811. Troy, yet another trip to the free throw line here for Beech Grove.
You know what even hurts more is Mariah Armstrong, your leading scorer, your second leading rebounder, is going to sit for the rest of the first half. She just picked up her third, 2 within the last couple of minutes.
Free throw is good. All 10 points for Beech Grove coming from the free throw line.
Well, they have to really now take advantage of Armstrong being out of the game. You made that nice run. Now you have a chance with Covenant being shorthanded.
Free throw short. Batted around. Back to Beech Grove. They'll have the basket and cut the lead in half with their first field goal of this first half. Veal has it to the middle. Into the lane. Kicks it back out. Johnson. Vale. Double team. Stripped away. And it goes right back to Beech Grove. Dribble drive to the cup. Lost the handle. Did Bowling. And Covenant Christian has the basketball. Bowling comes right back. Strips it away. Johnson has it to the cup. Off the glass. No good. And back and forth chaos on both sides. And Covenant Christian, they want a timeout to just calm things down here. It got frantic. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, but a frantic pace here to start the second quarter.
Didn't like it at all. 7 turnovers by each team. We talked about that, Tony, in the pregame. Don't play above your pace. You've got to know what kind of game you can play. And if you're just running and throwing it, it kind of reminds me of a soccer team that just kicks it. No rhyme or reason why you're going where you're going. If it's not there, stop forcing it. I get it. My mentality, I guess, from a coaching and playing standpoint, is that ball is valuable in my possession. I can't score without it. It doesn't work that way. I can't get an interception and run it back for the score like you can in football. I got to be able to put it in my hoop. I can't do that if I'm giving the other team the ball every time down the floor. Slow it down. Take your time. Get in your half court if it's there. Run if it's available. If not, bring it back out.
Yeah, that's a great point because it seems like as we have a corner 3 here, right side off the rim, no good. Covenant Christian missing again, but then getting the quick turnover. Kicked back and forth, and it'll go to Beech Grove. But sometimes the opponent, you play their game, you play their speed, you play their tempo. That naturally happens when you get going. I think the team here that slows it down, gets in their half-court set, and gets some good looks. We haven't seen a lot of set plays ran here in this first half.
Well, you make a good point. Yeah, you end up having a tendency to play the other team's game, but you don't have to. You need to be disciplined.
Dribble drive, nice pump fake, shot in the air, miss, offensive rebound, Bowling puts it in, and she'll go to the line to finish off the and one. So we get the first field goal for the Hornets, and it comes 10.5 minutes into the contest.
Well, they finally got one, though, and that's the key. And as bad as you have played with the 8 turnovers and only 1 basket, guess what? You might only be down by 1 at this stage. That's big.
Bowling's free throw is good. It is a 12-2 extended run going back to the first quarter.
Well, Reichert is back in, and they need to keep her on the floor because she does bring you some semblance of calmness as a point guard because that's about what she does. She runs the show. Got to keep her in the lineup.
Now we see there at the cross-court pass. Finds the open teammate. 3 from deep. Hafner from the corner, no good. Ball battled for. Boy, Dawson had it in her possession. It will be a jump ball. Stay right here with Covenant Christian with a 14-13 lead with 5:10 to go in the first half.
You know, Tony, we're kind of seeing what Covenant Christian saw Beech Grove doing earlier, just keep shooting from the outside. They haven't had any points in a while, and there's another turnover. They got to get some easy buckets again.
Yeah, it's 8 turnovers in this first half. Bale takes it with the left hand, puts it in, and for the first time tonight, the Hornets of Beech Grove have a lead, 15-14.
Yeah, this is turning out to be what, a now 14-2 run.
They'll work it down low. Does Covenant Christian. Back up top. They'll go down low again. Dribble drive, turn around. Nice bucket. And it's Lily Armstrong putting it in strong with the right hand.
Yeah, 5'8 senior working down low. Did a nice job keeping her body between the defender, using that little jump hook right there. And they needed that half-court bucket.
Beech Grove going to slow it down here. Cross-court pass. Thought about a three. Makes the extra pass. Open, right side, 3-ball, bingo. Mariah Marshall puts it in. That's the first 3-pointer of the night for Beech Grove.
Well, that'll give them confidence now once they set it back in, rotate that offense, and get the defense moving. If they get another look, got to take advantage of it.
Reichert cross-court pass up top. They dish it down low, and Armstrong misses the easy bunny. Bowling drives, left hand window, good. And it's a 4-point advantage for Beech Grove and an 18-4 extended run.
Yeah, Bowling did what I told her she should have done the last time, take it in and score.
Oh, reliable up top, Avery Reichert. Cool, calm, and collective.
Yeah.
Reichert puts it in.
Big bucket there by Reichert, and they needed that one. They kind of felt the air going out of their balloon a little bit because of that last three made by Beech Grove and then the drive by Bowling.
So both teams knocking down threes here midway through this second quarter. Cross-court pass. Marshall thought about it, kicks it to Vale. Vale short iron. Lloyd Dawson rebound. Nice up pass. 3-ball. Short from Hafner. And we've got a foul on Covenant Christian. This one will be charged to Julia Hoffman. And it seems like the entire starting five for this Covenant Christian team finds himself in foul trouble.
Yeah, you got Armstrong with 3. Hafner has a foul. Reichert has a foul. Hoffman has a foul. Rademacher has 2. Yeah, they're building up the fouls big time. And for Covenant Christian, they've got to use a lot of players because of the foul trouble. And sometimes you don't have the same continuity as you would if you have a rotation of maybe 7 or 8 players.
So four-court pressure here for Covenant Christian. Played a little chaos on Beech Grove, but Johnson does a nice job dribbling out of it. She'll take it. We're going to have some contact, and it didn't look like Hoffman was there in time. She'll be charged with the foul.
Well, again, you got to stop the penetration outside that green area in the paint. Otherwise, they're going to continue to drive. And I think the mindset of Beech Grove is we're going to keep taking it at you because we're going to shoot a ton of free throws tonight.
It was the 3:42 mark of the first quarter when Beech Grove got themselves into the bonus. 2:59 to go second quarter. They find themselves in the bonus and back to the free throw line. First one spins out, second one short. And Covenant Christian can take the lead back with a bucket.
You know, they've missed 10 free throws already.
Covenant with the basketball. They'll swing around the arc, back up top. Hoffman. Reichert. Nice pass. Corner 3, back iron, no good. Ball battle around. And it is corralled by Beech Grove.
Beech Grove did a nice job defensively in their rotation. They had a hand in the face, and unfortunately, you turn it over, an unforced error once again, and you can see that Coach Selk is very frustrated by that play.
Yeah, you can't dribble into your teammate's defender because in your double team, you run out of room there, especially along the baseline. It's almost used as a third defender. That ball deflected out of bounds and back over to Covenant Christian, trailing by 1. Looking to get the lead back in the hands of Reichert, and we got a foul.
See, and I don't like that foul either. It's just not smart basketball at all there by Jocelyn Johnson. You are going to get a steal right there, and you're slapping down, and an official is always going to get you when you slap down on the ball.
No slapping.
Exactly.
That'll be charged as a foul almost every time. Inbound, Lloyd Dawson, turnaround, hook, too strong. Offensive rebound, stolen away by Johnson.
9 turnovers.
Tried to look up. Reichert was there. We're going to have a jump ball. It'll belong to Covenant Christian. We want you to make a difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org. Check out the ad directing your donation to a specific school for the donate button. More games, more opportunities for the kids here on IndianaSRN. So Beech Grove with the possession. And a 1-point lead, under 2 to go. 3 ball up top. Back iron, no good. Reichert with the rebound. She'll push forward. Lloyd Dawson turns, pops, backboard, too strong.
Yeah, I would have rather had her do a power move, put the ball on the floor instead of throwing it up the way she did.
Reichert says, I turned it over, I'll get it right back. She has the steal. Thought about the 3. Kicks it back out. Nice pass, no look. Lloyd Dawson off the window, good.
Yeah, that's where she's strong, down low in the paint. She's proven that all year long. When she gets around the basket, very tough to stop.
Back and forth in this second quarter, and that ball is thrown away. And we'll have a substitution. Today's broadcast is a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN and the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Tony and Troy with you here on a Saturday night from Covenant Christian High School. Back and forth in this second quarter. Covenant's led by as many as 11 of a foul up top. So Moyer commits the foul. That's her second. Seems like everybody who stepped on the floor in this game has 2 fouls.
Yeah, fortunately, though, they only have a total, I believe, of what, 6? And you don't want to know how many on the other side.
Vale with the foul down low. So free throws for the remainder of this second quarter on both sides.
Boy, there's going to be a lot of adjustments having to be made on both sides, especially back to taking care of the basketball, taking good shots. We're talking about now 9 turnovers for Covenant, 12 turnovers for Beech Grove. And a lot of those Beech Grove turnovers are coming because they're trying to run the floor.
Nice play here on the down screen to Lily Armstrong, and she lays it in with the left hand. Back up by 3 goes the Covenant Christian Warriors.
Lily big off the bench, already 4 points. Doing a nice job giving them a spark.
We'll have Troy's keys in the second half. On the finger roll, just short. We'll have some stats as well. Lloyd Dawson up. This one too long. And we're gonna walk it the other way for free throws. I do like what Covenant Christian can do when they get out in transition and you've got the length of Lloyd Dawson. She just has to be able to finish in front of the rim.
Yeah, she's had a couple of right there that she should have, and the reason why they're able to do that with Covenant is you get Reichert sees the floor so well and is able to distribute the basketball in the half court and also make that pass on the run, which a lot of guards aren't able to do. But Lloyd Dawson, you're right, got to find the angle on the ball. If it's not there, do a power dribble, reset yourself, and just try to get that defender to go by you.
Marshall's free throw is no good. That's 11 misses here in this first half.
That's a lot. Marshall's going to set a career high, I'm sure, in free throws in the first half here in a moment.
This one, Pierre, cuts the lead to 2 for Covenant.
She's already shot 12 free throws in the first half.
Sign me up.
Yes.
That'll keep you on the floor. Nice screen here. Lloyd Dawson sets the screen. Jankowski misses the mid-range jumper. And a jump ball. It'll stay with the Warriors.
Well, the good news here,
27.9 seconds to go.
I was just going to mention real quick, Tony, the good news here is for Beech Grove, if by chance they get the ball, get a tie up at this end, they're going to get it back again, so they'll essentially have 2 possessions.
As you said in the first quarter, still plenty of time for free throws in this second quarter.
Yeah.
Armstrong has it, stolen away, 18 on the clock. Save there, back to Marshall. Marshall to Johnson. Johnson, the scoop shot no good, batted around 9 seconds. Reichert has it. Looks for Lloyd Dawson. Stops, pops, 3-ball, look good, just short. And that's how the half will end. A back and forth second quarter as the Beech Grove Hornets took the lead for the first time, part of an 18-4 extended run, but a nice run to end the first half finds the Covenant Christian Warriors back in front 23-21. I think the key here early for Beech Grove was the free throw shooting.
Yeah, they were, and we'll add up the numbers here. I've got too many to count right at the moment. They've been there a lot tonight, and that's what kept them in the game. Plus, they went in that big run, and then you look on the other side, Tony Covenant, you had a 12-1 lead. And the mentality at that time, I know we got a lot of basketball to be played, but I really needed to extend that lead. If I could put them down 22-2, 24-4, whatever the case may be, I needed to build on that. But the problem is you can't have Mariah Armstrong on your bench with 3 fouls. Flatt has 2, Hoffman has 2, Rodemaker has 2, and that has a tendency then as a defensive player not to play the defense you can play because you got to back off because you're afraid to pick up another foul, and that's going to be a key plus. Beech Grove's got to stop turning the ball over. 12 turnovers in the first half. You mentioned they just came off a 30 turnover game, and that'll drive you nuts as a head coach. But Covenant Christian, they've turned the ball over 10 times. They're right on pace now to meet the amount of turnovers they have per game, but they'd love to get that number down even more.
We've reached recess where Covenant Christian leads 23-21. You're watching Girls High School Hoops on IndianaSRN.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year-round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year. IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. You know, donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program with our reach, maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, and which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on Indiana SRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler, Michigan. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner. Come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For Indiana SRN, this is Keith Myers.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian High School. First half in the books. The Warriors with a 23-21 lead over Beech Grove. Hey, we want to thank our friends at Piper Logistics for more than 2 decades. The seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for your inventory management, warehousing fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us today, 317-396-1023, and Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years, Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Call today, 317-328-2555. When we come back, we'll look back at some first half stats. Get Troy's keys to the second half. Covenant Christian with a 2-point halftime lead on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back here at halftime on IndianaSRN, Covenant Christian with a 23-21 lead. Tony and Troy with you. Troy, staying in this game are the Beech Grove Hornets due to the fact that they went to the free throw line 24 times in that first half.
Yeah, and by the way, they would have the lead if they weren't shooting 50%. They're only 12 of 24 from the line. They were led in scoring by Mariah Marshall with 9. Bowling finished with 6. 2 each by Veal, Muffler, Chalice, along with Johnson. Nobody in foul trouble other than Veal. She has 3 coming off the bench, so not a starter. On the other side, you're looking at a Covenant Christian team. Mariah Armstrong with 6. Mylan Lloyd Dawson with 7, 3 by Reichert, 2 by Julia Hoffman. Rademacher has 2, and Lily Armstrong has 4. They've turned the ball over Covenant 10 times, and Beech Grove has turned it over 12 times.
And I like what Covenant Christian's been able to do in transition, finding Milan Lloyd Dawson, down low. She just has to convert. Nice little backdoor pass here off the screen. Can't quite get a shot off, so Beech Grove 12 points from the free throw line in that first half. And I think the message in the locker room, Troy, for Covenant Christian was we've got to stop fouling and be more disciplined.
Yeah, because it's going to catch up with you eventually. It may not tonight, but eventually it will.
Dribble drive right side, a little bit of a hesitation, and Mariah Marshall off the glass to tie us at 23, 30 seconds into the third quarter.
First player in double figures with 11.
First possession of the second half for Covenant Christian. Drive left side, off the window, too strong for Jenna Rademacher, who sat out most of that second quarter in foul trouble. Great extra pass ahead here, and a bucket off the glass, back-to-back for Mariah Marshall.
See, and I talked about it earlier, Tony, that Covenant is going to have to play defense maybe not the way. Now, that should be a double dribble or a travel, one of the two. They're not going to be able to play the defense the way they want to because you have so many players in foul trouble, and especially if you have a Mariah Armstrong. I'm telling you right now, if I'm the Hornets, I go right at her and try to pick up number 4.
Yeah, and they haven't had a stop here early for the dribble drive of Marshall. Nice backdoor pass here, and foul is going to be called to Julia Hoffman. And to the free throw line, Mariah Marshall. She's starting to get going here in the second half for Beech Grove.
Well, I tell you, Coach Selk did a good job. She knew in that 1-3-1 that if the Warriors get into it, that they're going to get lost on that backside. And you have seen now Marshall able to exploit that a couple of times. And that time she was wide open. And by the time that Julia Hoffman located her, she had to foul her to put her at the line again.
Yeah, so they're using that backdoor screen to find the open teammate. And it is a quick 5-0 run in the first minute and 16 out of the locker room for Beech Grove. They can make it a 6-0 run if Marshall connects on this free throw. She does, and she has the first 6 points of this second half.
And 26 total free throws.
Covenant Christian with the basketball, trailing by a game-high 4. They've led by as many as 11. Armstrong throws it behind Howard, but Howard gathers it, hesitates, dribbles, left side, extra pass, Armstrong, power dribble to the corner, Reichert, 3, no, offensive rebound, back up top, 3 ball in the air, Vivian Hafner short, rebound, batted around, and Beech Grove with numbers, throws it away, back up, and wide open, off the backboard, Mariah Armstrong. She went down on the offensive play, stood up, ball landed right off the backboard for her.
You know, that last possession by the Hornets, they got a little bit too anxious. Again, a pass that wasn't a good angle, trying to force that ball down the floor quicker than they needed to. I said it before in the first half. If it's not there, if you're not comfortable with it, just bring it back out and keep the basketball, because right now you have 13 turnovers.
Nix has it. Beech Grove slows it down. Right side Johnson drives, deflected out of bounds. And with 5:27 to play in the third quarter, Beech Grove will have a side out. Officially human, our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. Beech Grove, cross-court pass, nobody's there. And a turnover starting to mount here, really, Troy, on both sides.
Well, I'm not quite sure who that was intended for. A lot of times you'll see players these days in an offensive set just throw to an area and hope that somebody's there. But you better make sure somebody's there.
So Milan Lloyd Dawson will check out. Back up all the way to the cup. And it's been all Mariah Marshall here to start this third quarter.
Yeah, 8 points in the quarter, now 17 on the night.
Right side, 3 ball, Armstrong's too strong. Rebound, Marshall. She clears it. They have numbers. Cross-court pass. Little lazy there and stolen away. Thought she was going to have the no look. Didn't have it. Down low, wide open. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. This one will go for Maddie Howard. I think she was a little bit surprised how wide open she was.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Hornets got to do a better job of boxing out. I've watched them in the last couple of possessions on defense, and they're just looking up and not finding somebody to box out. It's going to cost them, and there's a silly reaching foul by Rademacher picking up her third. I have a tendency to watch that maybe too much, but you got to locate the basketball, turn around, find your person, and push them out of there, because there is no way that somebody should have a shot miss, you fly on by her because you're not stabilizing yourself on defense, and then she gets a second look. It shouldn't happen.
Yeah, you've got to get back defensively, and that's communication. You got to talk.
Yeah.
Hey, if you need a switch or you need help on the backside, you've got to call that out. Vale has it. She'll dribble drive. Floater. Back iron. No good. And for the offensive rebound, it's getting physical down low.
Ooh.
And we're going to have a travel.
Oh, that's a tough call.
Yeah, Bowling came in with the strong rebound. And I think lost in the action. Trying to corral that basketball. She shuffled the feet. They got it for a travel.
And 16 turnovers now for the Hornets.
And the flat checks into the game for Covenant Christian. Stop, pop, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound, Maddie Howard. Reichert has it back, spins, extra pass, flat, just missed it. Ball batted loose. It'll stay with Covenant Christian. Reichert has it, takes one to the chin, says doesn't matter, puts it off the glass, and we're tied at 29 all.
That's good because Bree Veal twice down there didn't box out her man. If she does, they have a chance to get the ball back before that shot's even taken.
Up top, Johnson, right side, free ball, short, offensive rebound, and foul.
Guess who they got? Armstrong for number 4.
Armstrong with 4, Miley Bowling getting in for yet another offensive rebound. Keeps that ball strong above the shoulders, and she's fouled. Earns herself a trip to the charity stripe, but we'll have substitutions for Covenant Christian.
And you're going to lose Armstrong at least for the remainder of this third quarter with her 4th. Now, I got to say it again, if I'm the Hornets and she comes back in the ball game, I'm going to go at her again.
Bowling with the free throw. Milan Lloyd Dawson checks in, as does Emma Crane.
Well, Lloyd Dawson is, as we mentioned in our pregame, a good player that you can bring off the bench. 9.5 points, 6 rebounds, and she's going to have to pick up that rebounding slack now with Armstrong out of the lineup.
Second free throw too strong. Batted around, and it's going to stay with Beech Grove.
Good communication by the officials. The underneath official did not get a good angle on that one and asked for help, and that's exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Vale throw it in. Back screen comes, up top, open look from 3, too strong. Flat with the rebound. Crane controls it, right side. Vivian Hafner, back iron too strong on the 3 attempt.
Well, and they've been cold from the outside for quite a while.
Bowling back over to Vale. She threw it away. Woo.
Oh, they're going to say it's touched.
Yeah, it's going to stay with Beech Grove. Wall-to-wall sports, news, and more every day. High school, college, pros. We have it all. Check it out, IndianaSRN.org. Click on the sports tab page to stay informed. We'll have a lot there on Monday as we get ready for the boys' IHSAA football state championships. A week from today and a week from yesterday.
Yep.
Lloyd Dawson, strong rebound. Reichert up court. Hafner thought about the 3. Slows it down. Lloyd Dawson, midi, short. Flat. You can tell she's a coach's kid. On the floor. Saves it. And then it's thrown away.
And that is what hurts so much is you have a great hustle play by Flat to save the basketball. And then instead of letting everybody regroup, you end up throwing the ball away. And by the way, that is now their 11th. They have slowed down a little bit on the turnover department, but their shooting hasn't picked up at all.
Zone here, defensive-wise for Covenant Christian. They'll swing around the arc. 2:15 to play, third quarter.
See, they have struggled against this zone. That's where they really have had a hard time finding an open look.
Vale drives, pops short. Another offensive rebound for Bowling. Kicks it back out wisely. Vale drives up, no good. On rebound, battle for. They're going to have a jump ball underneath. Possession arrow to Covenant Christian.
She had Jocelyn Johnson wide open on the wing and didn't get it to her, and that's a missed opportunity right there for Beech Grove. You got to find the open player instead of taking yourself. So I've seen a couple of things now by Veal. 2 box outs she didn't do, and then the missed opportunity to find an open player.
Reichert has it. Waits for the screen. Dribbles. Nice extra pass stolen away by Bowling. Bowling's done a great job of not only grabbing offensive rebounds, but getting in those passing lanes. And the ball will stay here with Beech Grove. 1:32 to go. It's kind of been a frantic third quarter here.
Yeah, it has not been. At least it started out okay when you thought about the way that Mariah Marshall was playing, but since then it has been a struggle both ways just to find any continuity at all and the consistency that you need on both sides of the floor. And you're trying now to find a combination, at least for Covenant, that's going to work, and you've got to play a game now where you're trying to maneuver players in that might have some foul trouble and keep them out of foul trouble.
Bowling, triple team, doesn't matter, spins to the left, uses that left hand and puts it in off the glass.
Yeah, really a great job by Bowling, feeling where the defender was and able to use that left hand, and that's what you need down there in the low post.
Abby Jankowski, the freshman, the only freshman on the roster, checks in, elbow, jumper, pure. Right on cue, Jankowski puts it in.
Pure shooter, watched her in the JV game. Really does an excellent job getting open and just very calmly able to hit that jumper.
So turnover and back over to Covenant Christian. If you're the Warriors here, Troy, how are you playing this last 53 seconds of the third quarter?
Well, I think I want to take the last shot here if I can. I'd love to go into the fourth quarter with the lead. If not, I mean, we're going to have a ball game for the last 8 minutes. It could come down to the last possession, but I'd love to get a bucket right here and give me some confidence.
Reichert has it, dribbles, pass down low, and a little hip check there will send Lily Armstrong to the free throw line. The 5'8" senior with 41.3 seconds left. She can tie it with the first, take the lead at the second.
Executed well. Bowling only picking up her second. She's still in really good shape. They don't want to have her out of the lineup, but being a double-double player that she is, so she's still in good shape down low.
First one rattles home to tie it at 32. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA, the Indiana Laborers District Council. Second free throw good, and that's the fourth lead change we've had here in this third quarter.
Well, I really thought maybe Covenant was going to play for the final shot there of that quarter. It had been a long time to hold the basketball, but still, I'd love not to have given Beech Grove back the ball, and if they can, I think they're going to try to attack down low, and if they get another foul on Covenant, in fact, you could probably get 2 more here and get back to the free throw line the way this game has gone.
Beech Grove, dangerous cross-court pass. Bale drives. She likes to go to her right. She does, lays it off the window. It's a 1-point lead for Beech Grove. 14 seconds left. Ball deflected. And I think Emmy Flatt thought that was intended to her. That's going to go out of bounds. So Beech Grove will have the opportunity here for the last shot. And Layla Cranfield will check in for the first time.
I just thought that last possession for Beech Grove much better. Able to drive to the right and get that bucket, and now you can play for the last shot.
Cross-court pass. Dribble drive. Blocked by Flatt off the backboard. It'll stay here with Beech Grove. 1.2 to go. Enough time for a catch and shoot. Vale to inbound. Up top. Cranfield doesn't shoot it. Went for the extra pass, and she didn't realize there was 1.3 left on the clock. And time expires in the third quarter. Back and forth. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Beech Grove with a 1-point advantage.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Fourth quarter coming at you here on Indiana SRN in a back and forth ladies high school contest here on Indiana SRN. Beech Grove with a 34-33 lead heading to the fourth, but Troy, a very frantic, chaotic pace there in that third quarter for both teams.
Yeah, you sometimes get the feeling that neither team is ready to kind of dictate and take a win here tonight, and so now we're back to the situation where these turnovers and missed shots and taking care of the basketball is going to be magnified even more in these final 8 minutes.
Zone defense here for Covenant Christian. We're going to have a foul. It's going to be charged to Jenna Rademacher. She's got 4. You can make a difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org. Click the tab that says donate. More games, more opportunities for our kids. Indiana SRN, where you always have a front row seat. Tony and Troy with you on a Saturday night, west side of Indianapolis. Beech Grove with the basketball, 1-point lead. Bowling got away with the travel. Nice cross-court pass. Vale, 3-ball, short. Ball deflected, and a bounce to Johnson. Bowling has it. She's double-teamed. Tries to dribble out of it. She will. She's got some strength, and we're going to have a block. And Bowling with force there. She's got the length. She's fouled, taking it to the rim, and it earns her 2 at the free throw line.
Be 3 on flat. What you saw Bowling do that time is just be that strong post player, able to. We've seen her dribble in the open court, so we know once she turns and makes up her mind to take that ball to the basket, she can be very, very strong. So I really like that move. And, you know, sometimes she's been frustrated, and I kind of felt, and I watched this again, takes the contact there. I think sometimes she's felt frustrated because she thought she got fouled more than once at times, just keeping her head and really doing a nice job getting to the line.
Second free throw, back iron, no good. She itches closer to her average of 13.5. Covenant with the basketball, looking for their first points of this fourth quarter. 50 seconds gone by. Armstrong dribbles, kicks it out. Hoffman. Reichert with it. Dribbles left, behind the back. And Covenant Christian looking to slow this pace down. Screen comes. Thought about a shot. We'll set it back up. Reichert has it. Patient possession and set here for Covenant Christian.
But I like the patience on the defense, too.
Reichert gets it. Corner 3, no good. Offensive rebound. Rademacher was there. She has it. Spins. Off the backboard. Fouled and 1. Send her to the line. So Rademacher with the offensive rebound, stays strong. Couple hezzies, couple pump fakes. And in she goes.
Well, the one thing that hurt Marshall down low here is she bit on the first fake, and once she bit, she got herself out of position, and by the time she was able to get back, it was too late. Don't bite on that. Even if they shoot over you and they make the shot, you just say good shot and play on, but don't fall for the fake.
So the and 1, no good on the free throw, but offensive rebound off the glass goes to Covenant Christian. We're all squared at 35. Warriors with the basketball. Reichert thought about it, decides to shoot the 3, no good. And I couldn't tell whose foot that one off of, but right in front of the ref, they'll give it over to Beech Grove.
It looked like they're going to call it a 13 Rademacher, who thought she actually felt that the ball went off of a Beech Grove player, so this is a big break here for Beech Grove to get it back.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from up here, but the ref right on top of it. Vale brings it up, gets it across the timeline. Picks up her dribble, finds Bowling. Bowling, aggressive to the basket, spins out of it, kicks it back up top. Coach Selk's team will reset their offense. 6 minutes to play in the fourth.
Game plan for Covenant, is make sure, and that's going to be a 5-second call. Good defense by Reichert. But I think the big key is they want to make sure that Bowling, every time she touches the basketball, they want her to pitch it out to a wing and make them shoot the three, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, they've only hit one tonight. So they want Beech Grove to shoot it from the outside.
Vivian Hafner will check in. Reichert with the basketball. Up top to Armstrong. Hafner swings Rademacher. Another patient set here for Covenant Christian. Dribble drive left side, has a lane, goes up with it, gets the spin, and one. Julia Hoffman puts it in.
Boy, Marshall has done that twice now where she's been late on the switch, and by the time she ends up getting close, watch this again, she's late on the switch and she just bodies up right there and commits the foul. So that's really good play for Covenant Christian.
The old dipsy-do, kind of scoop shot from the knees, spins in, completes the and one, and up three goes the Warriors of Covenant Christian, 5:28 to play.
That comes back to that communication you and I talked about earlier tonight. You're going to play that man-to-man defense, you really have to communicate.
Bowling turns it over. Stolen away. Covenant can run. They have numbers. 5-on-4. They throw it away.
You know what hurts a lot, Bowling coming down the way she did, and this happens in all levels of basketball today, is nobody knows how to pull up mid-range jumper. And I'm talking about 13 to 15 feet. They think they got to drive all the way in.
Full timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:15 to play. Covenant leading by 3.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Hurdle looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw.
Boy, what a stick, huh?
Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board.
Exciting 5:15 remaining. Tony and Troy with you on Indiana SRN. We want to thank Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call them for coverage, 317-894-7000. The and one there, the difference right now for Covenant Christian. Beech Grove scoreless over the last 2 minutes. Travel. Another turnover.
That's what you call an unforced error. You got to keep your dribble until you're ready to make the pass. And if it's not there, by the way, you still have the dribble and you can do something else, but you can't anticipate that player's going to be there. Get a good angle on the dribble and make sure you get it to your teammate. By the way, 20 turnovers now for Beech Grove.
Reichert with the basketball on a three-point advantage. Waits for the screen, gets it. Finds Lloyd Dawson. She sets a screen. Thought about the mid-range, which Troy wants to bring back. Did you play with three-point lines?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. That Mike and drill was your favorite, wasn't it?
Of course.
38-35 Covenant.
Hey, we didn't need a three-point line to score 90 points a game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Double team here, and we'll see. No, we got a jump ball before the timeout, and the possession arrow goes over to Covenant Christian. So it's just as good as a turnover there for the Warriors.
It is a turnover, and you lose a possession like that. Now 21 for Beech Grove. Now they've had 2 in a row where it's really been an unforced error.
I think you slow it up here a little bit if you're Covenant.
I like the three-point shot, yes. But I think sometimes teams are overusing it to the point where even if they struggle, we've got a foul here. Even when you struggle, I know they say, well, keep shooting. But if you're shooting 26%. That's probably not a really high percentage shot for your basketball team.
The old pump fake, dribble drive, hit the midi. We'll have a full timeout. Covenant Christian. We'll be back right after this. 4:27 to go.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome back to Covenant Christian High School. 4:27 to go. The Warriors with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Tony and Troy with you here. Saturday Night Hoops on IndianaSRN. Reichert has it. A little bit of a one-on-one or zone set here for the Hornets.
Yeah, they're really matching up on this zone. So anytime the ball is reversed, you see they're not talking here. They almost, in fact, they did leave that top open with only one guard. But they made up for it really quickly by getting up there as soon as they could.
Brianne Vale there with the communication to come up and help up top. Under 4 to play.
Yeah, but they're back to man now.
Dribble drive. Kick out stolen. Dangerous pass. Johnson takes it. See what she decides to do with it. Picks up the dribble. Vale has it. To the corner. Muffler Chalice.
Boy, the offenses have really struggled in this fourth quarter.
Dribble drive, bowling, no good. Ball batted for. Reichert has it.
By the way, Beech Grove, 1 point so far in this quarter.
38-35. Swinging his Covenant. Up top. Stepping into a three is Hoffman. Back iron, no good. And down to the floor goes Reichert.
Cramp.
Looks like a cramp. Trainer right on it. Love to see that. And I think we're going to probably have to call a timeout of some sorts here.
Tony, we don't have any shooting charts in here, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Covenant has hit a three-pointer
since they traded those threes in the second.
And that was Reichert way back there, And it's not that they haven't shot a lot of threes, they just aren't hitting any of them.
Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill, and we will if Keith stops hogging all the gift cards.
He hasn't given out any in 3 years.
So off to the locker room goes Reichert, and she really controls this offense. This is a big loss here, 3:05 to go, only up 3.
I said cramp, but by the time they got her up and took her to the locker room, it looked like it might have been around a left knee area, which we hope that's not the case.
Looked like a strain or a pull, but we don't want to speculate too much. Hope to see Reichert back in. She's the catalyst of this offense. Stolen away. Flat has it, and I think you need to slow the tempo down here if you're the Warriors. 3 points seems like it's 2 possessions.
Yeah, and especially with Reichert out handling the basketball, they don't have a real natural point guard in there at this point.
Flat swings it to Crane. Back up top, Armstrong. Rademacher. Off the window, too strong. Beech Grove rebound. They've got numbers.
Got to hit that shot, though. You're wide open on that last play.
Yeah, Johnson had numbers. Couldn't quite look up. She's got the basketball, stolen away. Covenant has it. Let's see the tempo.
We have seen 3 very careless turnovers by the Hornets here of late. Just another really bad pass. Got to get a better angle. Use that dribble to get the angle.
Travel. So too many steps.
17 now by Covenant. On the other side, 23 by Beech Grove, and they're only down by 3.
Beech Grove hasn't scored in 3.5 minutes. You're down 3, 2 minutes to go. You don't need a 3 on this possession. You'd like to get something down low, a high percentage look.
Yeah, you got to get something here because, again, they just have not had an offensive explosion at all in this fourth quarter. They need something quickly.
Johnson back up top. Mix swings it, back to Mix. Look at a 3, steps into it, splash! And a great play there to go opposite, come back on the back screen, and Mix steps into it, squares the shoulders, and we're tied at 38.
Yeah, great set that time, took her time, able to get a good open look.
And we're going to have a foul on the floor here.
Yeah, they got Mix on a push.
With 1:30 to go. We want to thank Clean Slate. Find your future in the cloud. We are a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed, and innovation, and the resiliency to handle whatever the future throws your way. 866-885-3249. An exciting finish to this one coming up right after this. You guys smell that?
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all their reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
38 all, 1:30 to go. Covenant Christian and Beech Grove. A back and forth second half. Tony and Troy with you on a Saturday night. Wheeler Mission, for over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing hope, help, and healing to people in need. 317-686-6239. Call and volunteer today. Do you hope for the last possession?
No, I don't think they have enough time. I mean, they can try, but I think it's too long to hold it.
Yeah.
I think you got to get something at the basket here if you can.
Deflection, Hafner dishes it off the window, too strong for Crane. Beech Grove with numbers, layup, good. Muffler Chalice puts it in a transition bucket. It's a 5-all run for Beech Grove.
Yeah, they had a good look. Speaking of Covenant, they had a chance going at the basket. You got to hit those shots, and unfortunately everybody was looking, and they didn't get back down in time in transition. Great play there by Beech Grove.
Lost in transition. You got a minute left here for Covenant. You more than likely want to go quick. If you score and tie it, great. But you also want to give yourself time to get at least 2 more possessions offensively.
Yeah, and I'm going to go to the basket again because you saw an opening the last time. Covenant doesn't, bottom line, Beech Grove doesn't want to foul Covenant at this stage and put you at the free throw line if they can avoid it. The good news is if you commit a foul, Beech Grove, by the way, still has 1 to give. Unfortunately, that'll put Covenant at the free throw line. On the other end, Covenant still has 1 to give there, but I want to try to get everything to the basket. Covenant hasn't shot well from the outside in this fourth quarter at all, so I've got to get something to the basket. Either Mariah Armstrong, who's been quiet, she has only, I think, 2 points in the second half, and I think she might be a go-to play here. Reichert's out of the game, so you lose your playmaker, so I think something has to be down low.
Minute to go. Keep in mind, Avery Reichert is out.
Yeah, she's having that knee worked on.
Yeah.
She's out of the locker room, but she's not coming back.
So we'll see how quickly the Warriors try to go. Little motion here, pump fake, dribble, up. No foul call. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Covenant. 50 seconds to go. 40-38 Beech Grove.
That was not a good look at all. In fact, that shot came down, from the belly area, and you need to get it up above your head, and there's just no way she was going to make that shot.
Little ice cream scoop for you there. So without their starting point guard, And the Warriors power through. Thought about a 3 ball, did Rademacher. Kicks it back up top. Flat has it. She'll swing. Crane. Bowling's got the size advantage. Dish down low, we're going to have a foul. No, we're going to have a timeout. Let's see the call.
I think they got the foul.
We got the timeout first.
Well, that's going to be a big break there for Beech Grove.
So a timeout on the floor. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. So draw it up here, 30 seconds to go. You certainly want to leave yourself time in case you don't get the bucket to play the foul game.
Yeah, I want to play that 2-for-1 possession if you can, somehow, some way. Still got to, I think you're going to draw something up to the basket. Possibly, if you can get the layup, you tie it, maybe get the foul, go to the free throw line, make it a 3-point play. But whatever you do, don't wait until the last seconds of this one because you don't have a chance to get the ball back. I think you got to do something as quick as you can.
Some awesome fanfare here tonight, both from Covenant Christian and Beech Grove. The Hornets showing out, bringing their cheerleading squad.
See, and I say it was a big break for Beech Grove simply for the fact that they did not put Covenant at the free throw line for 2 shots.
So we'll have to inbound it here. Next foul, Covenant will go to the free throw line.
Oh,
and they throw it
my.
away. They throw it away. Vivian Hafner put a little bit too much juice on it. And it'll be a turnover. And Beech Grove will have it from the corner. But a difficult throw in here from this corner. You're going to have to come get the basketball.
You know what? That'll cause you to start drinking. Just possess the ball. Absolutely amazing. And you're right, it'll be a difficult inbound, but if you run a good inbound play here, and there's a couple you can run where you're trying to get most of that defense away and get it to your best ball handle, you're in good shape, but you just cannot make that kind of turnover right there with the game on the line.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Selk, you're saying we've got to set screens, let's come to the basketball and be strong with the basketball. Don't let them strip it away. I think you're looking for Johnson here on the inbound.
Yeah, just make sure you got your best 5 ball handlers in there at this stage. And fortunately, from the other standpoint, you shot a lot of free throws too.
Yeah, I like this keeping Armstrong back because over the top here, had an opportunity in the corner.
Go help.
Double team.
You got to go
travel.
help.
That is a travel.
That is, by the way, your teammates' issue right there because you did not go to the ball and get it from her when she was in trouble. You're all standing above the free throw line. You got to go get the ball.
And we talked about the difficulty of that inbound pass right there. You're in the corner, so it's almost like 2 extra defenders are on top of you. And great defense there.
And why throw it back towards your basket, back toward the other team's basket? Don't do that.
So 25 seconds to go. Covenant with the basketball. Vivian Hafner thought about a 3.
Straight
goes
up.
Down low. Armstrong, no good. It's going to stay with Covenant Christian. 17 seconds to go. The Warriors trailing by 2.
I thought Rademacher actually touched that one over the top of Marshall, but that's why you play some at home and some on the road.
You're right about that. We'll see the inbound play here. Will they go to Hafner for a 3? Will they look for the tying bucket? They go low. Armstrong, short. And foul down low as Bowling grabs the rebound. And she can all but seal it from the free throw line.
Wow.
Excuse me, one more foul. So they're going to have to foul again. So at least another 2 seconds to come off the clock.
Boy, you missed a bunny there, didn't you?
Yep, had an opportunity. Johnson gets it. You got a foul. And they do. 11.4 left. Johnson can seal this one for the Hornets with 2 free throws. She's lived there here this evening.
Yeah, she is. She, along with 7 other players, have lived at the free throw line. Not as many in the second half. They had 24 in the first half. In the second half, they've had only 6. But again, 30 trips to the free throw line here tonight. None bigger than these.
Johnson's first free throw off the front of the rim. Backboard good. It's a 3-point advantage. How do you play this? If you're up 4, you obviously play it out. If you're up 3 and you're Beech Grove, do you foul? We'll see what they do here. 10 seconds to go. Will they foul? had a good look at a three, thought about it, didn't take it. You've got to shoot a three here. They kick it out. Hafner, she's their three-point specialist, throws it up, front of the rim, no good. And Beech Grove survives with a 41-38 thriller down the stretch. The third win for the Beech Grove Hornets here on IndianaSRN. It got a little bit frantic there towards the end, but Beech Grove prevails, Troy, in a back-to-back contest.
I think losing Reichert was tough because you didn't have a ball handler in there to run your offense. Their offense got stagnant. You had an opportunity, if you're the Warriors, to perhaps get this win in the fourth quarter, but offensively you only scored 5 points. You had Beech Grove for the longest time had one, and yet somehow they were able to pull out the win. So congratulations to Coach Selk. And that turnover they had on that inbound, speaking of Covenant, just really hurt them. I think psychologically that all you had to do was inbound the basketball, but then you had a chance right there. Mariah Armstrong at the rim was unable to complete the play, and that eventually cost them.
We will thank our title sponsors here before we sign off as both teams come together for a prayer. Plenty more Covenant Christian action coming up for you here on IndianaSRN. Be sure to check out our social media pages, like and subscribe to our YouTube as well. We want to thank Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the field of construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission, for over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Sign up for the Drumstick Dash today. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Northwestern Mutual, McKinleyWrights.com, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. The Drumstick Dash, move your feet so others can eat. That's coming up on Thursday. And the IndianaSRN sports page, IndianaSRN.org. For the entire crew here, can't thank them enough. On IndianaSRN, it is the Hornets of Beech Grove prevailing late, 41-38. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for tuning in.